nigga, beware. It's just in the gang, nigga, beware. It's just in the gang, nigga.
How Blueface lost everything. They ain't gonna lie, yo. That nigga Blueface fake nice. He was fake nice. That nigga was fake nice.
Mock the flow, hide the west side just to catch him slipping. Oh! Bounce out with a briefcase. It's time to handle business.
That nigga was fake nice.
Blueface been in and out of prison for a long time now, but just recently, he got sentenced to 4 years in prison.
Oh!
But Blueface had some issues. Not only was he sentenced to 4 years, the man also got hit with a $13 million lawsuit over something he pulled in the Las Vegas club one night. But having to pay $13 million back to a club while you doing 4 years in prison and your rap career ain't hot like it used to be, it seemed like it's gonna be a challenge. The man ain't had a hit song in years, and it's looking like he ain't gonna be able to pay back that $13 million anytime soon. But Blueface is Blueface. He don't only got music-related things going on. He got ventures outside of music, but they don't seem to be that profitable either. I mean, the man just opened up a restaurant called the King of Crabs that came with his own problem from jail. But that man's life been in non-stop headlines for years at this point, and it don't seem like it's gonna slow down anytime soon. Y'all know who Blueface is. This a man who has literally been in non-stop controversy since he came into the game.
Go right there.
Oh!
Fuck out of here, nigga. Oh, yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't like that, huh?
He blew up. He was in controversy because he was rapping off beat.
Pull up, bounce out with a briefcase. It's time to handle business. Oh!
Then the man went from rapping off beat to having a crazy girlfriend.
You just said I'm not a follower. I wouldn't even.
Like,
You already wrote yourself off as like you couldn't follow the best person to lead. It seemed like you two like stuck in your independent like.
I am.
Hey, why do you care? What you talking to?
Intervention.
I don't give a fuck. Let me have an intervention.
Oh!
Because there's nothing to say. What?
Hey, Catwoman.
Stop playing.
Catwoman.
And that became his whole branding. You
Yeah,
seen
after that, it was
Blueface, you was gonna
quiet,
see his
bro.
crazy girlfriend, Krishan Rock. And then it was all this drama with Krishan Rock and his baby
I ain't gonna
mama.
lie,
Y'all
they was
remember the
lunatic.
years and years
They was
of
cra-
controversy.
Yo, they really remind me of
that they
people I
brought
knew
to
in
the
real
online
life,
media
yo, no
space.
cap.
Couldn't go no time without seeing something about Krishan Rock or
I
Blueface.
knew in real
Krishan Rock,
life, real
Blueface, his baby
couples.
mama,
I
his
ain't even
mama,
gonna
his
lie.
dad, bro, his whole family
I
was
ain't
all
even gonna
involved
lie.
in the antics. Y'all remember back when Krishan Rock was writing on the walls in blood? But the true downfall of Blueface started back in 2022. The case that put him in a $13 million lawsuit, the Las Vegas shootout he was in. Originally, they was trying to put an attempted M on Blueface. Rolling Stone wrote this. Blueface will spend up to 3 years on probation after pleading guilty to charges related to an October 2022 outside a Las Vegas club. The rapper was originally arrested last November on charges of attempted M with a deadly weapon and discharging a firearm into an occupied structure. The attempted M charge was eventually dropped as part of a plea deal with Blueface, pleading guilty to that nigga Blueface was at the club. Somebody seen him, but remember who Blueface is. He's a controversy machine. When you spark up controversy, you bring controversy to you. So this person seen Blueface and they sparked up a conversation with him.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy. Okay? You? Absolutely.
It went left. They made a little joke about Blueface, but this joke ain't go well with Blueface, so him and his people, they got mad. They start hitting on dude, and when he took off, they
Start shooting. Bow, 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 bow. Shot the nigga. Bow, shot his ass. Bow, 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 bow. All the niggas run out the door. They run out the door.
They uphold on him. And like I said, 12 wasn't playing with him. They was putting an attempted body on him. But the situation would progress way further than that. Blueface did this, right? He uphold at the club and shot into where a crowd of people was, blah, blah, blah. Y'all get the situation, right? But remember, Blueface is a rapper and he got money. So when he pulled this, they looking at Blueface like he a meal ticket. Like I done said in many other vids, if you a rapper, you can't afford to do something stupid. You can't afford to crash out or else they will make an example out of you. And that's exactly what they did to this nigga. They hit him with 13 million in damages for this shooting. All because he wanted to crash out. He a rapper. He got money. He wanted
13 million.
We're gonna make an example out of him. XXL wrote this. While Blueface already learned his fate in regard to the legal side of his involvement of the
Just 'cause
October
he
2022 shooting, TMZ reported the
Allegedly.
Los Angeles rapper has been
Come on,
ordered
bro.
to pay a stiff penalty for his actions on the civil
He
side
lying,
of things.
bro.
According to court documents
He ain't
obtained by
even
the
do that,
celebrity
bro.
news site, the owner
I
of
know,
Euphoric
Brody
Gentlemen's
from
Club in
over
Las
there. He
Vegas
say you
won
there.
a
He
summary
ain't doing
judgment
that,
in the
bro.
amount of $13,072,482 in the lawsuit that they filed against the rapper. The club was forced to shut down in November of 2022 as a result of the shooting. EGC then sued Blueface. Ultimately, the judge in the case sided with the club and reportedly ordered the rapper to pay the club's owner $12.6 million in lost revenue, $198,000 in lease damages, $84,000 in payroll expenses to laid off employees and more. And if we're being honest, most rappers.
What does that have to do with anything? Niggas talking about their employees and all this other shit. Like, you got it. What is all this extra shit being added up, my nigga? What the fuck? That shit crazy.
Got worse though. They already hit the man with $13 million. Then they added an extra million on top of it a few months later.
I was wrong
Damn,
about
an
that
extra million?
So it turns out that was interest. He got hit with an extra $1 million
For interest?
in interest because he didn't pay the original $13 million.
Damn,
the
so
nigga got
imagine
4
in 4
years
months,
in jail.
4 years, I mean.
Think about how much interest is gonna add up. Think
That's
about how much
fucked
that's
up.
really gonna be by the time he get out if
Nah,
he
they
don't pay
hating
it
on that
like
nigga for that.
tomorrow. That's gonna be
dead
16,
hating.
$17 million with the interest. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Blueface fraud, bro.
But not only did he have everything else going on, in the middle of this whole situation, a whole different case back from 2021 got the man locked up for getting into it with a club bouncer. Basically, Blueface pulled up to the club and they told him to show some ID, but he ain't have no ID on him. So his ego started to show. He was like, oh, word, y'all not gonna let me in the club because I don't got my ID. So that nigga decides to pull out his phone, Googles himself, starts scrolling on Google, showing the bouncer, nigga, this me, like, I'm Blueface. But the bouncer was like, you on Google, it's not no ID. The bouncer said it wasn't good enough. Blueface got to tweaking. He started hitting and beating on the bouncer.
Oh!
Fight back, nigga! Fight back! Fight back!
Basically doing the one thing you should never do with a nigga is money. Like I said before, he shouldn't have crashed out. But I said this already. And when he got locked up,
He
people
slapped
was
that nigga
wondering
up like,
if he was
nigga.
gonna be in gin pop or if he was gonna be in protective custody. TMZ wrote this: Blueface life behind bars isn't so bad compared to most inmates. In fact, our sources say it could be a whole lot worse for him. That Blueface went to jail after violating his probation in a 2021 assault case, and law enforcement sources tells us he's in the administrative segregation area, meaning he's kept out of gin pop. He got a cell all to himself where he can get his meals brought up to him. Blueface can leave his cell for up to 7 hours a week to participate in education classes or religious services, assuming that they being off, or head to the rooftop yard to call his family or lawyers. But even though that was said, Blueface time in jail was not peaceful. Him and Soulja Boy
Shot his ass again.
was steady beefing leading up to the time he went to jail, and when he got locked up midway through the sentence, Soulja Boy was just trolling him. He was like, oh yeah, this what happened when you beef with Soulja, you go to jail, you die. Then he was like, Blueface in there getting turned out in jail. He was talking crazy.
They said he been dropping the soap on purpose. They say he been that's what they said, man. They said he had to go PC, man. Man. They say every nigga that beef with Draco, man, go outside. They say either die or they just go outside.
Krishan, I'm a nut on your face. You got it! Somebody tag Krishan, tell her let me on that tattoo. Sneaky booty. I ain't gonna lie, that like he got Down syndrome.
Oh!
Blueface on my Instagram every day. The baby, Blueface, Krishan. Thank you, bud. You got it! Get the internet, block them, ban them. I'm tired of these.
But this jail
this
stunt
nigga
kept getting
Soulja
worse, and
Boy
I'm not
wildin',
over-exaggerating.
bro.
During his first month of jail, they found another bench warrant that had the man facing the rest of his probation in prison. Originally, they had him facing a suspended sentence of 2 to 5 years, and his original date was July 2nd, 2024. But with this new bench warrant, it could require him to have to serve the rest of his sentence in prison. HSL wrote this: the reported probation violation comes after Blueface was granted a suspended sentence of 2 to 5 years in October of 2023 for his involvement in a 2022 Las Vegas shooting. A suspended sentence serves as a legal arrangement when a person is found guilty of a crime, but it's not yet sentenced to prison unless another crime is committed. This bench warrant means that Blueface could be required to serve his suspended sentence in prison. He was sentenced to almost 7 months in jail and expected to be released in July of 2024. Though his new warrant may complicate the matter. Now fast forward a few months to when it was time for him to have another court hearing, right? This is where it get crazy. Krishan Rock, his baby mama, pulls up and she gets arrested coming to see what they was gonna do about Blueface. This really some shit you would have seen off Boondocks. All of this happening back to back, but pretty much this what happened, right? She comes to his court hearing, right? But she has an active warrant in Oklahoma for something she did back in 2022. And this wasn't like, oh, this something she ain't know. Maybe she forgot to pay a ticket or she did something. She knew that she had a warrant out for her arrest, but came to the courtroom anyway. You got it! Saying that she was not gonna go to jail or not gonna turn herself in. She did not care about the warrant, but she came to his court. So that's what happened. She comes to this court date. They look at her ID, they run her name. Oh, now you booked. Now, they son, who's a newborn baby at the time, ain't have no parents. His mom and dad was both in jail. And this ain't even me speaking on all the controversies that they son had even as Krishan Rock baby was born, the internet was doing what they do. The internet was being filed. It was making fun of their baby. Yeah, they was talking mad
crazy about that baby, yo.
Krishan Rock, making fun of them was one thing, but making fun of this.
Them niggas said the baby blind. They said the baby looked like.
Yeah, I'm gonna take care of you. Cause I love you.
Oh!
I love you, Joe. Oh, I love you.
It was bad, I ain't gonna lie. It was crazy. It was crazy. Ain't gonna lie. God bless him though, for sure. God bless the baby and all that, you know?
His newborn baby who don't really got nothing to do with nothing. It's kind of crazy, but that's the internet.
Apparently she found God now.
It don't matter how you feeling. It don't matter what you got going on. The internet will come at you. But after everything did happen, it came time for Blueface to get sentenced, and they didn't spare him. They hit this man with 4 years. And I mean, what you expect? Everything he had going on, of course the judge was gonna be nice to the man. Like I said, he a walking Boondocks episode. He a walking Boondocks season with all the antics he had going on outside the music, in the music, in the courtroom. The man whole brand was in the dirt. The whole talk around his name was just really bad. One article wrote this. On Friday, a Los Angeles judge reportedly sentenced Blueface to 4 years in prison for violating his probation.
I ain't gonna lie.
The probation violation is a connection to an
we thought his music. The niggas thought his music was slapping.
Guard in San Fernando Valley back in 20.
Niggas thought his music was slapping, bro. Niggas thought his, you know what I'm saying? Cause he got bars, bro. No lie, bro. He's lyrical. Can't be niggas say all that offbeat shit they want. That niggas he lyrical.
Wrote this. On Friday, a Los Angeles judge reportedly sentenced Blueface to 4 years in prison for violating his probation. The probation violation is a connection to an incident in which Blueface assaulted a security guard in San Fernando Valley back in 2021. Blueface's father and his manager, Wet 100, confirmed on social media that the judge gave him a 4-year prison sentence, but Blueface's dad was not happy with the judge's decision. Now, Blueface's dad is his own character. He was real vocal on how he was feeling about the judge handing down this sentence to Blueface.
Know this nigga. That's his dad. Oh.
Good afternoon, y'all.
I wasn't even hit.
Yeah, I can tell the results by the way I look. I gave him 4 years. I'm on the stage now.
But not only was his dad on the media, we also had Wack 100 saying that Blueface wasn't gonna have to serve the whole 4-year prison sentence.
All right, what's up, Wack 100?
What's up with it?
All right, so we just left out of court. The judge decided to violate Blueface's probation and said people are saying he's gonna have to do the full 4 years in prison. Can you break it down to us?
He got 4 years, 400-something days off. Come down to 3 years. He go to the state, he do third time. He be home in 9-10 months.
All right, thank you so much, Wack.
What's up?
And y'all don't heard me say this in other videos. Wack 100 ain't the most credible source. This not a nigga you always want to believe.
Facts.
But he said it. Then we had Blueface saying that he was going to be home by spring 2025. And he said that back in like August, October. So Blueface got a lot going on. And when he was arrested and was doing jail interviews, he said this at one point. So I got sentenced to 4 years. I got a year credit, so they go down to 3 years. I got to do 30% of that. I'm chilling. I'm in my environment. It's a little break from responsibility. I cut all my hair off, and I'm about to get their weight crack. And when he said this, I remember people was like, Blueface enjoying jail. That was a whole conversation back a couple months ago. Is the man enjoying jail? But He did say he was gonna be home by like April, March. And that was back in like October, August, right? And in that time, we've been getting info saying that his time in prison hasn't really been that good. I mean, it is prison, but y'all get what I'm saying. They've been saying he going through it in there. Some inmates had got on the call and did a little interview talking about Blueface. Speaking on how he was getting treated in the pen, allegedly. We don't know if this is 100% true or not, but this is what they saying. They said he was in jail depressed, he wasn't showering, he was crying. They saying the man was just really going through it in there.
8 months, he just went to prison last week on Thursday. He was over here all stressed, got crying on the phone and all that weird but all that schoolyard out to pump him up. Like, hey bro, you can't be letting motherfuckers get at you like that on the tear, like the blood's getting at you sideways. Like, you better not say, you better stand up for your rep, you feel me? You crippin', so you better bang your set, you feel me? So, but he was all stressed out, like, you feel me? Homeboy wouldn't come out for showers, like, I don't know, he was just like on some like dirtbag shit. He like shaved his head, and then he went to prison, and like, he had a bunch of pimples on his face and like crust. I'm like, damn bro, wash your face in the morning, gang. Like, come on, like, do the time, don't let the time do you.
And I mean, he's just a human, like, you can't really be surprised that he in jail, depressed. It is jail, it's prison. Like, you in there doing your time. He probably thinking like, damn, I got all this success, I got all this money I could have been making right now. I could be really free running up a bag, but now I'm sitting in here because I couldn't control my emotions. I had to tweak out on security guard. I had to up the pole on a nigga making a joke about me when he get to go home and laugh and smile. So it was probably just a lot going through the man's mind because it was dumb. My nigga, you rich. You got a life that many people want to live, and for you to just throw it away to go to jail because you got a little too angry, it's kind of crazy. I think anybody would be sitting in there full of regret after some shit like that went down. And when this clip came out, Blueface's own mama would get online responding to the whole inmate situation, but that wasn't the only thing his mama responded to. Her responding to the people talking about Blueface wasn't it. She also will go on to talk about how Blueface was dumb. She was basically cooking her own son because he was in jail getting hella face tests. Remember, Blueface already was full of face tests. He already had any and everything tatted on his face. If y'all remember, the nigga had his jeweler tatted on the side of his head. I don't know if I can find the clip, but this nigga just be drawing on himself. And when he was in jail, it didn't slow down. He had them niggas in there drawing on himself. He got a picture posted online of him looking worse than what he already did, and his mama was mad as hell. She was basically calling him goofy. She said this: your kids are suffering, Javon's confidence is falling, and you play arts and crafts on your face. It's diabolical. Your half a father wasn't as sad as you are right now. You better start praying and pull yourself together. You more than a lame ass jail nigga. You a child of God and a father of 3. You about to piss me off by the way you moving, because you gonna turn out like the rest of them fatherless, weak ass crybaby losers. So his mama was like, she was talking to him. Also, his mama is a character online. She was just online a couple months ago talking about how she don't wear panties, moving crazy. Basically, bro, I told you before, this nigga whole family is just full of antics. All of them. You see his mama talking about she ain't wearing no underwear. She half naked online. Basically, y'all get what I'm saying. It's a lot of antics going on, but she also was kind of speaking to the man. Blueface life is something strange. It's just, he the embodiment of the internet. Like, all of the controversy, all of the craziness that you see on the internet, that's all in him. It's just one person. And him being in jail could have been so easily prevented. Yeah, he already be in controversy, but being in controversy and doing things illegal, it's not really the same thing. But it's probably a question that's still on your mind. When will Blueface even get out? We done got so many different dates regarding him on when he's supposed to be free, but every time them dates come near, or every time them dates get brought up, something happens, some problems appear, and that makes everything worse for Blueface. Remember, Blueface said he was getting out in spring, and then he went from spring to saying that he was gonna get out in July of this year. But that man still has bigger problems coming at him after he gets out of jail. Remember, his $13 million debt that he still gotta pay back. Y'all seen what happened to 6ix9ine when he didn't pay his debt.
They say the king of New York is bad.
You got it.
Listen, you know I don't address nothing. I'm never gonna address nothing. Y'all believe what y'all wanna believe. Listen, I have to take it right there. I'm really the type that tell all the niggas. You know what I'm saying? 6ix9ine been talking about No. 6ix9ine? Yeah, man. Nigga, he just told me about some niggas that's doing some illegal stuff that I can go tell on a few more niggas. Cause this is really my lifestyle. I do not cap. This is really my lifestyle. This is how I really live. You see, when you go home after rapping, that's your life. This is really my life.
What? You're a liar. You're a liar.
They came and took his cars and put them up for auction. They was doing that man dirty. And I wouldn't be surprised if they came out trying to do the same thing to Blueface, because that ain't no little money. That ain't nothing he can come up with in a couple months if he sit down and lock in on the music or sit down and lock in on something else. 13 million? Like I said earlier, most rappers couldn't pay that, let alone Blueface, who ain't had a hit song in years and been in jail the majority of the 2020s. He had the whole OF thing in his own version of Bad Girls Club, but I don't think that's gonna cover 13 million. But maybe he is trying to make a profit for this exact reason. Because remember what I said at the start of the video, the man is in jail and just opened up a brand new restaurant. Well, maybe not brand new, but it was a revamp of a restaurant he had already opened. But he renamed it, revamped it, turned into like a whole seafood restaurant called King of Crabs in California. And people wasn't even messing with the restaurant off the name. So how the hell is you gonna open up a restaurant from jail, trying to make money, and then troll with the name of the restaurant? He made a name that he knew was gonna be real irritating to people, that was gonna turn people off from his restaurant. And instead of him wanting to bring in as many customers as he can get, he gonna turn off a whole group of people. And keep in mind, this California, it's a lot of gang niggas there. And he gonna name his restaurant King of Crabs. People felt like he was dissing the Crips in that area, and so people made it a problem.
You know, by putting it on as the name of your business, you can't easily get away from it. So if it does offend people, if people in your orbit are offended by it, you're stuck with it. And from my perspective, when you want to choose a brand name, you don't really want to go with like an edgy joke that you might think twice about later. Like, this isn't an Instagram caption. This is something that it would be a very big pain in the ass to change.
It's in Santa Clarita. Hold on. It's in Santa Clarita.
Right.
And I prefer the homies don't come to this motherfucker.
Yeah.
The ops don't want
He already nigga ain't jacking it.
I feel like, I honestly feel like it is
that's some West
like
Coast shit,
Instagram
man.
caption
You know what
in
I'm
reality.
saying?
He's doing like, this is clearly
Shit
a
we
money
don't
grab.
know. That's they politic,
Bro's
man.
locked up. They need to
From
keep
West
the brand
Coast,
going. They
man.
need to continue
I guess
to
you
pump
know.
money through the Blueface
what the fuck
brand.
going on over
So
there.
it makes sense. Okay, well, what can we do? Boom, we're going to reopen the restaurant. Let's give it a viral title. You're talking about it like he needs to be married to this name, like it's something super permanent. The first restaurant wasn't
They bought the sign. That sign cost thousands of dollars to put up there.
But the first restaurant wasn't even open for a year. So it's not like a super sense of commitment at the end of the day.
And to me, it's like Blueface is gonna cause problems whether he in jail or whether he free. It's only a matter of time before he start beefing with another rapper, beefing with somebody online, and who knows what his career gonna be like when he get out of jail. Because like y'all done seen time and time again, antics can only take you so far. Unless you really bringing something valuable to people, the world will turn on a man. 6ix9ine is a prime example. He started to live off antics for years and years and years. And right now, the man at the lowest point, we ain't never seen him. He dropped that album in 2023, and I bet you ain't even know. Point is, Blueface need to lock in when he get out of jail. Hell, he even need to lock in right now. He's still causing controversy from prison, just making him look worse to whatever judge decides to look at his case. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure you tap in with the one.
Man, don't let these streets and shit trick you, man. What's up? Don't let it. Hell no. What's up?